This is where I come to escape. This is my beloved railroad. I sometimes do some spell crafting here. I use a lot of these railroad picks right there. I've learned a lot actually from some swamp witches on the YouTubes about how you can use railroad nails and picks in your craft for protection. But I don't know if any of y'all are interested or knowledgeable at all about fairies. I kind of am. The more research I'm doing, the more, wow, they hate iron, so those two are not going to work out together. So I guess what kind of goes into my craft is thing and banishing, you know, your basics there. I think that these, you know, beginner basics are way underappreciated because you can do a lot with nothing. You can do a lot with just your hands, with just a word, with just a flame. But I have been kind of dabbling a lot with candles, sigils, candle magic. When I first started, you know, and started kind of researching and dabbling into this, what I was first drawn to was herbs. I just was drawn to herbs, but yeah, that's what I worked with. I made a lot of sachets with those little baggies that you put your little rocks in, your corresponding herbs, color correspondences, maybe a little paper petition, you know. Those are fun, but I kind of got bored, and I still walk around with one like every day in my pocket, but kind of the more home and hearth stuff is what I've been curious about of late. So that'll be a lot of like cleansing the home and set up protections around the home and blessing the people in the home, the pets. I have a lot of plants. I have a couple pets. You know, I'm really a homebody, so that's where I stay, and that's really where my life is. So home and hearth. I'm sounding like the major earth sign that I am. But along with herbs, when I first started, rocks. Rocks was, how do I put this? My grandfather used to tumble stones, so ever since I was a kid, I've been holding and touching geodes and shiny tumbled rocks and not knowing what the hell they were or what they corresponded to. But now knowing and being familiar with a lot more gems and such, I know what I was holding all those years ago. It was a lot of agate. I know they got all this stuff from Utah and kind of the Sierra Nevada. Oh my God, you'll not believe what I just stumbled across. Yeah. Is it fucked up of me to like want the skull? I'll walk away. Let nature run its course before I come back for some bones. I think that was a possum. Yeah, anyway. My grandpa tumbled stones, so I still to this day have a lot of the things that he worked on, his gems and stuff. And those were really like the introduction to my craft. The herbs, the stones, a lot of the things I was doing, like hanging dried herbs and flowers and, you know, pulling tarot cards and just little nuances in my life. I didn't know that they were part of this lifestyle, this larger thing that I would become later, which is witchcraft. So I feel really like, I don't know, I just grew into something that I didn't know that I fit into. That looks so fun. I think that happened to a lot of us starting out. We've been doing these certain things. We grew up a certain way doing things, and these traditions and these old wives' tales, and you know, they just sit in the back of our minds and our subconscious, and they're really something that you learn later. They actually mean something. It's a ritual. It's an affirmation and intention. Like, we've been doing witchcraft this whole time and didn't know. I loved that feeling when I realized, like, something clicked. And that is just the charm that I felt in my baby witch days from just, you know, like realizing I was already kind of doing a few things that was ultimately, if I just put an intention behind it, was a spell. So I got really excited about that. Yeah, I would like to hear, you know, all the other witches on YouTube. Hi. I probably have seen like all of y'all's videos. I want to like be a part of a community on here and, you know, make some friends, discuss tactics, methods, and this is always a lifelong, you know, school lesson, but I love learning from my ladies. You know, we have a lot in common, and to me, females building each other up instead of tearing each other down is something that I have found in this community that I really can't find many other places, you know. And not to say that men aren't witches. I know a lot of male witches. But here in Nashville, I am in the South. It's hard to come across some of you guys. So I've kind of come to terms with that. I probably won't be a part of a coven, at least in, you know, physicality here, meetup groups and whatnots for a while. I just need to get out of the South. But there's so much magic and beauty here too. Like, even on this short walk behind my apartment, I love the nature here. So, I don't know, there's just something to be said about it, but it is kind of lonely because the Bible Belt, you know, that doesn't stop me from wearing my pentagrams out places, but I do get some weird looks. I wonder what it's like. I'm sure you have your conservative people and stuff like out in LA even, but I wonder what it's like to just walk outside and be like, hey, you're also a witch. Must be nice. I haven't come this far before. So that's what's over here. Cool. Let's keep going. I always find really cool things on the floor out here. Floor. The ground. We're not inside, it's the ground. So this is kind of like I guess it's a vlog style kind of walk with me, talk with me video about bullshit, nothing, but I'm just enjoying talking to you guys and shooting the shit. I want to meet a few of you and see what y'all have to say about some of the shenanigans I'm going on about. You know, what we have in common, perhaps. Tell me about how your witch journey started. I would love to hear. Because, like, that moment when something clicked, that realization, what was that for you? It felt so magical for me, and every day in my craft, I work towards that feeling. But, yeah. Tell me what y'all were doing when you first realized you were a witch. I'm dying to know. I love this out here. Can't believe I found a corpse. That was fucked. Thanks for exploring with me. Hey. just gorgeous. Just beautiful. I'm telling you, bro, Tennessee, like, not even a week ago, all of this shit was dead, dry, skeleton trees. And it was like overnight, all of this green popped up. It's a miracle. Wow. Yeah. I'm just obsessed. Okay. I will never become disenchanted with nature, no matter where. And I just recently went to Seattle. Gorgeous, gorgeous town. And I'm telling you, the nature out there. Like, this is a rainforest, but it's a different kind of rainforest. Got more of the deciduous out here. God, look how pretty that is. But, yeah, the Olympic Forest, Olympic National Park, I have never been in such a more magical place. Fairies definitely live there. But, yeah. I am just super enchanted with the South and the antebellum kind of style. Everything. Not so much a fan of the Confederate flags everywhere, but, we'll tolerate it for now. I haven't really felt the need to move anywhere because I'm just so in love with how close I am to Savannah, Georgia. Also equidistant to New Orleans, Louisiana. So I'm in a good spot right here. Also equidistant to Asheville, North Carolina. I don't know if you all have ever been out there, but that's next on my list. So it's the trees. Even their antebellum, they're so spooky, man, like Civil War spooky. I don't know if you can tell by my shirt, but I'm obsessed with, like, Victorian everything. Even Edwardian. What? See? Just takes a couple minuentos on a walk by the railroad tracks. You find plenty of these bad boys. I think I'll take that one home. Like, you don't have to sit there and, like, pry them out of the track. Here's another one. I think when they... It's just such a good feeling to, like, pick up a little treasure. That's what it feels like. Yeah, it feels like I found some treasure. I'm actually gonna go take these home tonight. Since it is a new moon in Taurus, I want to do some, you know, some cleansing and banishing of the house. And use, like, I have 2 more of these at home, so I'm thinking one in each corner on the outside, like, you know, of the radius of the house, and dress them up and put them out there. It'll look so cool. But I'll have to make do with the fact that, you know, fairies aren't going to be coming by. It's kind of counterintuitive, like leaving an offering of cream in the windowsill for them if they can't come in the house. So, bummer, but I just love these little pics. Rest in peace, little guy. That is a fucking wicked mouth. Okay. Another fact about me that would make a lot of sense to you guys right now. I'm not a freak. I'm just kidding. I'm going to school to be a mortician, so I have a weird intrigue with the dead and dying, so. But I can admit sometimes when that is just not healthy and gross. But fully skeletonized, gonna be beautiful, gorgeous. How do you guys feel about bones and spooky stuff in your craft? I'm very interested. Another southern thing I've been hearing about. I don't know where it comes from, but the tradition of throwing bones or casting bones as a form of divination. I mean, I have runes, and I don't know if it's like the same thing or along the same lines, but beware of the rust. But very interested in that as well. Yeah, if any of y'all know anything about casting bones, let me know. I'm eager to learn. I'm eager to learn anything. This is still, you know, a craft that is work in progress, as I hope everyone thinks of theirs as. No one is ever done learning. You know what? There's way too many gatekeepers in this community. We all need to be welcoming. Now, some of us aren't like born witches, and this is the fastest growing like spirituality in North America. We have to be more welcoming to people. We're all a family. We all need to get along. We all need to be friends, you know? Just kind of on my way back now from where I started out here. Since the sun's gonna be going down, I'll have to put you guys away. I'm losing my light out here. For a second though, that golden glow, that golden hour was so pretty, wasn't it? So thanks for hanging out with me and listening to me rattle off about crazy things, because I'm a little psycho. But I'll keep recording, and I'll be seeing you guys later. And I can't wait to meet you guys down there in the comments. I want to make some friends. So. Bye. Have a good rest of your night, y'all.